was that? Could it be what's causing all this? Forget the materials. We need to find out what the thing was. Boy, come on, we're going after the kimono. It cannot be. Mazizo! Look out! sorry. I lost it. You took it down, did you? Let's get back to town. Oh, you're back. Right. Do you have time to talk?
Konnichiwa. Seren-san and her. Can I be of service? All right. Let's see what I can do for you. Whew. I think...
The last one. What would you like to purchase? Do you have all you need? You do make me sad.
I owe you an apology for doing my own thing back there. I just couldn't afford to let Tarasetsu get away. The Deathstalker and what I want to know is what it's doing on the island. Its territory should be a long way northwest from here, around Otsuki Castle, Governor Ishido's old stronghold. Not that anyone calls it by that name anymore. Not now it's surrounded by snow. You hear it called Fuyufusagi Fort now. It's too much for my brain. How about paying the sensei a visit? That wasn't like me at all. Anyway, let's consult with the sensei.
What's the matter with you two? You both look very grave.
Well, it's a long story, but...
What a fascinating development! Arasetsu has covered the Summery Spirit Isle in ice, you say? Oh, yes. This warrants a detailed investigation. It's quite an unusual phenomenon indeed. You would never normally expect ice kimono to appear somewhere with such a disparate climate to their usual habitat.
Maybe not, but that's what's happened. It looks like hell's frozen over there. Quite literally.
Kimono are like humans. They avoid inhospitable areas. They naturally accumulate in areas that are favorable to their existence. Now, imagine the prevailing climate on the Spirit Isle. Would you expect an ice and snow kimono to choose such a sultry location? At the very least, wouldn't it be drawn to the more moderate temperatures along the Harugasumi Way?
This Deathstalker is powerful enough not to care. You remember Otsuki Castle, the seat of Governor Ishido, don't you, Sensei? It was magnificent. Blossoming flowers all around, life everywhere. Now they call it the Frozen Fort.
True. It's a shadow of its former self these days. The kimono brought blizzards and ice to the whole area. I think there's a correlation between the failing of Minato's karakuri years ago and the increasingly violent kimono activity since across Azuma. The fate of the Great Bear may be relevant too. I hear the area where it once slumbered happily is now a barren wasteland. The natural environment in these parts would appear to be undergoing some sort of rapid transformation.
That sounds plausible. Or not. I'm no scientist. So, what's our move, Sensei?
Well, we can't afford some protracted observation of kimono behavior now. No, we need to focus on this wolf. If my hypothesis is correct, I'd expect to see a physiological change in its gut. In any part of its body that absorbs celestial thread, in fact.
Right. Huh. A little overzealous, no? I hope you know what you're letting yourself in for. Still, we can't afford to ignore the threat this wolf poses to Minato.
There is one problem we need to address first. The kimono's primary habitat is around Fuyusagi Fort, but I hear the cavern that leads there collapsed during the Earthbreaker's advance. So, we'll need to clear the way before we can proceed. See if Ren and her crew can help with that.
That should come from you. She owed you a favor or two, doesn't she?
You're not getting away without helping, Ujishige. You know the way to the old castle better than anyone. You can be on guide duty.
Well, I'm not really... The Tsuruhashi clan have a good name. They won't shun a dead. I haven't been properly introduced yet, though. You'd better be the one to ask.
You need the path through the cavern cleared. But we'll need some help from you. At least find out what I'm asking first. Actually, Togahime made the same request. She said it wasn't urgent, but asked us to tackle it if we had time. We've made some progress already, but at nightfall, there was a fume beak attack. Some of my crew came off worse for wear. I was just about to report we couldn't continue work when you came along. So if you can get rid of the Great Crow, we can get rid of the obstruction. Deal?
Oh, there you are. You can't afford to neglect the equipment that affords you protection, can you? I think that metalwork, stronger and sharper. That's what you're looking for, I imagine. Metalwork. Do you have something particular in mind? Can I be of service in any other way at all? Stronger and sharper. That's what you're looking for, I imagine.
Head to where my crew have been working. That's where the Kemono will show you. It's a fierce one. Go fully prepared.
That place is a wasteland. It was burned to the ground in war. Have you spotted an old fort? Apparently that's where most intense fighting takes place. The place is probably haunted. I'd stay away if I were you. In that case, we'll get straight back to work. We'll meet up with you there.
I had a feeling you'd make short work of that. So I took a gamble and got my crew ready. This won't take long. Just wait there. Whoosh. We need a break. Don't want to work ourselves too hard. Can't afford any slip-ups. All right, crew. Down tools. Have some water and rest for a minute. As you can probably tell, most of the Tsuruhashi carpenters weren't born here in Hinomoto. I myself come from the City of Stone, far in the west. And my crew, I mostly met as I traveled here across the Great Range and the Golden Peninsula. As such, we boast some tools and techniques you don't normally find here. That earned us good favor in the capital. But they're fighting now about who'll become the Shogun's heir. There'll be war, I promise you. All over this land. So we decided we'd leave to avoid getting mixed up in it. Togahime's invitation was very timely. What about you? Why are you in Minato? With your skills, you'd find work anywhere. I see. Well, I'm no expert on... Right, well, we better get back... There. All done. Although, I do not know where this path leads. That old drunk was familiar with this region, no? Why don't you go back to town and pick his brains? We just need to clear up here.
So, is the way to the castle clear now? Are you heading off to Fuyufusagi Fort now? Then you're gonna have to put up with some company, I'm afraid. Why do you look so surprised? Otsuki Castle was my home. No one else knows the lay of the land up there better than me. Any kimono are your domain, though. And I can't deny I'll slow you down, but that's tough luck. Yeah, I can make it. There's something I have to do up there. Not the most auspicious start, is it? Running into a snowstorm? We'll shelter here until the worst is over. This place brings back memories too. I might as well tell you, I suppose. Years ago, I was living at the castle we are headed for as a hired hand. The daimyo was called Ishido Ujitsuna-sama. The Do in my family name Daidoji, and the Uji in my first name were both given to me by the daimyo. The Ishido clan were the Shugo governors of Azuma at the time. But the Ago clan, Shugo representatives in the western provinces, rebelled against the Ishido clan. The cursed tale trying to wag the dog. In the aftermath of the battle that ensued, the castle was attacked by Kemono. I don't know if it was happenstance or planned by the Ago clan. Either way, the entire Ishido clan was wiped out overnight. And I have a suspicion it's the same Kemono, the Deathstalker we saw on the Spirit Isle. If it is, he needs to die. Agreed? But a word of warning. That wolf is stronger than any other Kemono in these parts. I know from bitter experience. Out of all the Kemono I fought around the castle, that one was something else. Just don't get yourself killed. Hear the howl? It came from over by the castle. We'll split up and track it down. If I find it first, I'll holler. I'll take the ground. You head for the keep. Ready to move?